March Digest. Hi everyone, I hope you're doing really well and welcome back to another video. Olivia Ponton fully inspired me with her weekly digest segments in her vlogs, as well as other creators who do this. One of my favorite creators as well is Belladine, and she more focuses on the content that she consumes to help and to basically make her brain better, and I love that. I've been trying to consume intentionally, but also I think it's important to watch or listen to content for fun, just enjoy life. Especially for me after a long day of school, you're winding down, watching my favorite show, or like listening to my favorite album are just as important as intentional consumption. I'll be going through what I read, listened, and watched the month of March, and if you enjoy it, I would love to do this every month, or I'm not sure how realistic it would be to do it every quarter. That's a lot of content. Or maybe in my weekly vlogs I could have a little segment just as Olivia Ponton does. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it because I'm really excited. First category, what has Asia read in the month of March? So this includes books, articles, substacks, essays, etc. However, I will say I only read one book in the month of March, which is very surprising for me as someone who loves to read. The book this month was Lawmaker by, I'm just watching my notes. So it was Lawmaker by Susie Tate, and it came out very recently, I believe in February, and I very much enjoyed it. I actually started it as a beach read, and when I came home I just needed to finish it, and it was just a great, nice, interconnected standalone romance. It is the first in the series though. It's a part of, I think the name of it is The Aristocrats of London, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I would give it maybe a 4 out of 5 or like a 4.3 out of 5. It was not necessarily something revolutionary, but also I've not read a book yet where there's a lawyer as one of the main characters, which, if you guys know, I am studying law, so it's definitely very fun to read books like that, and I would love to read some more. The family background in it was definitely a bit iffy, and it was not incredibly sad, but also very disheartening to read, because obviously that's real life obviously sometimes, and it was really sad, I guess. It was kind of almost devastating to read what the female main character went through. But I will say this is a single dad romance, but it was a really good single dad romance, and I very thoroughly enjoyed it. So that is what I read this month in March. Honestly, if I included every single thing I read, you would be seeing the law textbook by Kudlini, law textbook by Kudlini, law textbook by Kudlini. But I don't think that counts, so no. Anywho, I've dabbled and went into like the world of Substack. I do really enjoy Substack. However, I haven't really finished anything to the point where I really enjoyed it, or like that it captured my attention so much so. I really want to fix that for the month of April, because while I do want to be studying, at the same time I do want to have breaks and just also not just be completely consumed by school. Okay, second category, this is a more exciting one. What I watched. Firstly, I have been obsessed with YouTube. I'm always obsessed with YouTube. I love watching YouTube vlogs, videos, anything like that. However, I've been on a YouTube kick recently, and I've been obsessed with watching lifestyle vlogs on YouTube. I think because it inspires me, like what can I take from other people's lives who live the life of their dreams that I could do to help me achieve that as well. So these are the 3 persons who I've been watching kind of back to back. Firstly is Bridget and Danielle Filong. I follow both of them on TikTok and Instagram. I love them. They're twins living in New York City, and they fully just inspire me to really put energy not just into myself, not just into taking care of myself, but also putting energy into your work and putting energy into everything that you do. And they're just so fun to be around. Like, not even that I'm around them, but just because they share their life, it feels like I'm around them. Like, I'm their internet friend. It feels great. And they're just really fun and cool vibes, and I really love their fashion as well. If you know me, you know I love fashion. I have a passion for fashion, and if you get that, you get it. And I just really enjoy the pieces that they put together. I will say I do love Danielle. Like, Danielle is just, she's my girl. I've been literally following her when she was still in corporate America, and I just love her. But yeah, Rajasthan and Danielle Pilong, I totally recommend them for those same reasons, that they just fully put energy into everything that they do, and they bring the energy as well. They're just awesome. My second person that I've been watching is Olivia Ponson. I mentioned her at the beginning of the video. I just really love her editing, and I've also followed her for a couple of years. She is a model and content creator. She lives in New York City right now, and I just really love how passionate she is about what she does. She has a book podcast right now, which is, I think, so cool. There's a lot of book podcasts that I know of personally, but what she's doing, and it's not like revolutionary, but it's definitely unique, and I really do love it. Again, I love her fashion. I love her energy. She is a very feminine. I don't even want to say she's very feminine, but her energy in itself is feminine. I think that she's like unlocking that more and more, and it's just been really fun and cool to watch that. I also, as someone who does vlogs on YouTube, I really love her content, and the way that it is edited, it's really inspiring for me. And yeah, she's just like authentically chaotic in a good way. She kind of reminds me of me in that like calm, chaotic, soft chaos way, that, you know, you're still cool, you're still collected, but you still have a personality, and I love that. So she's definitely been on my list. Okay, lastly, for the YouTube category is, I'm going to completely butcher her last name. I don't know if it's Sydney Schiffer or Sydney Schiffer. I should probably look this up, actually. I've just been loving her vlogs as well. I've been binging them, and to say the least, they're just a vibe. Like, she is also very feminine, and she's also very chaotically calm, and I think that I'm drawn to persons like that because I see myself in them, or I see who I want to be in them, and they're just really cool. And she also, I've just realized all of these people live in New York. Is that a theme? Is that a pattern? Is that like my subconscious telling me something? I don't know. But again, all of these people who I watch, they definitely inspire me to just, as I said, focus on myself and enjoy life in that way. Because you could enjoy life while still doing your work. I think there's something that Alex Hill said, who I also love. She said that she does so many things because she just loves life, and that is how I really want to approach life as well. So that is something you can keep in mind. I have this quote in the back of my mind at all times. I know this is like a content digest video, but also there is this quote at the back of my mind. I also have it saved as a quote on my Instagram somewhere. It's basically, if you love life, life loves you back. And I think after really having that kind of gratitude mindset and learning to love life no matter what happens, you just have a light in your eyes. You look at things differently. You look outside and look at things differently. You look at the world differently, and that just in a lighter, more positive way. And it's completely transformative. Okay, back to the program. The second category of things I've watched, TV shows. Okay, one TV show and one TV show alone will be on my list for the next couple of months. And that is unheard of for me as someone who used to watch like 5 shows in rotation, because I used to get bored quite easily, so I had to switch and switch and switch. However, now, as I said, I really want to be intentional with the content I'm consuming, and I think that's something with my brain as well, you know, like you are constantly on social media taking in this short form content that you're skipping and skipping and skipping, so you just want to keep moving and your brain is just not learning how to be bored. But this show, guys, it's the only show I'm watching. I've been enjoying it so much. Genuinely. I believe they're on season 8 right now. They're like middle of season 8 and I can't wait to reach it. I'm on season 5 right now. I finally reached season 5. I felt like I was in season 4 for the longest time. I didn't even say the show yet. It's called The Rookie. It's been out for a while. You all should know it. It's not a niche show. It's very mainstream. But I am so enjoying it. I actually started it maybe last year, but I didn't really finish it. I think it wasn't just capturing my attention maybe then. Or maybe I just like exited out and never really went back in it. But now it's the only show I'm watching. I know that this season, season 5, is truly going to test me. Something I will admit is that I spoil things to myself a lot. So if I'm reading a book, what happens in this book? Does this happen? Does this happen? If I'm watching a movie, oh my god, does this happen? This happen? I'm trying not to spoil the show for myself, so I'm hoping it goes well. Also, please don't spoil the show for me. No spoilers. Thank you very much. It's been my comfort show, especially like when I come home from a long day. It's just really good to watch because it's not incredibly serious where you have to be so captivated in it, but there's still a plot. There's still a clear line of like the show progressing in some way, and it just keeps me really entertained. It's really funny. My favorite characters, of course, Tim. Like, of course, I'm a Tim and Lucy fan. What do you mean? Of course I am. Second, after that, I love Sergeant Reed. Sorry, he's the funniest ever. When he wants to be, he's incredibly funny. Nyla Loki scares me. Love Wesley and Angela. Love them. Cool. Am I missing anyone? Alright, Bailey and Nolan. How can I forget Bailey and Nolan? I can't wait for them to get married. I don't know when they're gonna get married because I'm not spoiling it for myself, but I can't wait for them to get married. So, that brings us to the end of the second category, what I've watched. I actually haven't watched any movies, I think because I was so preoccupied with midterms and assignments, and then when I was watching something, it was either The Rookie or a YouTube vlog. My last category is what I've listened to. First we have music, and then we have podcast. My podcasts is not a lot, so I don't know which one to do first. I'll do music first because I've actually been listening to a bunch of more indie music recently, and I quite like that. I love Noah Khan, and his music is just deeply touching, and it warms my heart. It's like feels like a warm hug, and it makes you feel totally seen. Love The Great Divide, obsessed with it. However, he has a song called Paul Revere that it shatters. It literally hits something so deep in my soul. I feel totally engulfed by a warm hug by him. I feel seen, like I've said, and I just really enjoy it. I absolutely adore that song. It's one of my favorite comfort songs. Next we have Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey will always and forever be on my most listened to. She was actually my most listened to of 2025. I don't see that ever changing. So more than likely, when I do these media digests every month, Lana Del Rey will always be on this list. Next is Nessa Barr's new EP called Jesus Loves a Prima Donna. Iconic, I really do like it. She had Jesse Rufford in her music video for Buffalo 66 by the way. Obsessed. What I've listened to so far, because I haven't listened to the entire album, but what I've listened to so far, it's really nice. I believe it's about like this toxic love that you crave it, and no matter it's bad for you, but you still go and do that. I personally don't resonate with that, but at the same time I do think it's very aesthetically romantic, like romanticizing that kind of toxicity and that dark romance. Literally, I love a dark romance, but the toxicity aspect is something I'm not a fan of. However, the way that it's portrayed, it's giving truly Morticia and Gomez, except Morticia and Gomez are in no way toxic to me. But that's, I think, just her aesthetic, that dark romance aesthetic, which I'm totally a fan of. I've loved every one of her albums so far. and I can't wait to listen to the rest of it. Oh my gosh. This next song is purely because of a specific Love Island UK couple that have been using this, okay? Dominic Fike, White Keys. I've been obsessed with it because it's been in my head because I can keep watching. If you guys know Love Island UK All Stars Season 3, the one that literally came out earlier this year, Sean and Lucinda, I don't know what I expected from them, I really didn't, but now, like, to me, they're like going so strong and I'm totally a fan of them now. Like, at first I really was like, okay, whatever, but honestly, love them, love the vibe. And that song that they've been using and spamming all of their content with has not left my head. It's like an earworm, it's not leaving. But I'm obsessed with it now, so I can't do anything about that. Okay, lastly is Gilded Lily by xoxo. This song, every time I hear it, I always remember why I love it. It has this almost ethereal effect of taking my soul out of my body and it fully transports me to a new, almost heavenly dimension every time I listen to it. In that I feel it so deep into my soul that my soul just disappears. It is honestly amazing. It's a 5-star song for me. It's on my liked songs. It's always been on my liked songs. But this past couple of weeks I've just been obsessed with hearing it over and over and over. That is the music I've been obsessed with recently. As you can see, I have a clear genre I stick to. I'm very much aware. I listen to white girl music. I'm very much aware of that. And I don't think that's going to ever stop. That's just the content I've consumed since I was younger, you know, and I think that's just something in me. I love it. I love my Taylor Swift. I love Gracie Abrams, guys. See Gracie Abrams? The persons who say that Gracie Abrams cannot sing, get away from me. Y'all are just haters. I love Gracie Abrams. It's amazing. Also, I have a nice coffee. I don't think I said that. Okay, now the very last of the digest podcast. I haven't listened to that many, transparently, but this one, I loved it and I enjoyed it. Her name is Belladine. She's a creator. She has a podcast called How to Stop Being a Loser, and she uses neuroscience to back up all of her takes, and it's very interesting to listen to. This specific episode, it's called The Neuroscience of Resiliency and Controlling Burnout. And I also like halfway through How to Stop Overthinking. That's a separate episode. But she's very honest. She's very confident with her opinions, which I am fully a fan of. I think being confident in what you believe in is very much an important aspect of communication and creating all this content. Like, if you decide you have a podcast, you have to be confident. You have to be confident in what you're saying. And so yeah, I've also always loved neuroscience. Dr. Andrew Huberman, I used to listen to his podcast all the time. Mel Robbins, love her. But when I was in secondary school, I actually really thought I wanted to go into neuroscience, and I didn't. But it's just, I believe I'm really interested in it, and I'm starting to research more into it because it's just something I think is very interesting. The brain is a very interesting organ. It's a very interesting muscle. And I say muscle because I'm obsessed with learning about neuroplasticity. It's basically where you can train your brain to change. I think a lot of people say that you can't change your brain. Like, after a certain age, that's just who you are. But you can change your brain though. Obviously, the more that you are something, so the older that you are and the more stuck you are in your ways, it's harder to change. It's going to be harder for you to get out of those ways. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. And I just love to learn about neuroplasticity and the magnificence of the brain. I love the brain. It's just a great organ. It's my favorite organ, my brain. I'm saying this as, like, personally, I love my brain. And I think you should love your brain. You should love how you think. And if you don't, you can change. And I think that's amazing. So that is the end of my March digest. I am aware that it wasn't long, but I would love doing these either monthly or quarterly or weekly, as I said in the beginning. I'm interested to see how April pans out, what the content will be like. To be completely transparent, I really only got this idea last week, so I didn't take as much notes or as much, not just notes on the content, but notes on my opinions on the content, because I didn't know I was going to do this video. However, now that I really want to do these more, especially this month, I'm going to be taking much more deep analysis into everything and how it relates to me, because I think it's important to have opinions on things. It's important to care about things. I think it's good to be kind, it's good to care, it's very good to care about what's going on in the world, genuinely. So I just really think yeah, that's great. Anyway, as I said, I'll be in finals mode for the month of April, so I'm not sure how it will pan out. I really can't do a deep analysis of my textbooks. I don't think that's going to pan out well. But I would like to at least get some other content in there so I'm not just completely consumed by school. Thank you so much for watching. And I would love to hear your own March highlights and your favorite content you've consumed. Whether it be your favorite songs, books, movies, or even a poster. I would love to hear. Thanks for watching. Bye.